All right, here I am with my brand new secondhand heat press. It is a 6-in-1 swing away model. It can do t-shirts or other towels, whatever, and it can also do plates, hats, and cups. It does not have a brand. It does not have a model. It's from China. That's about all I can tell you. You can find these all over eBay or Amazon. I've never used one of these. I've never owned one of these. So I'm not going to go through how to use it or how to set it up or anything like that. I've watched several YouTube videos and I encourage you to do the same. What I'm doing here is I'm going to put it to the test. I am going to set it up and verify that the heat is even, and I'm going to be pressing a towel. Okay, so I've turned it around so that I can get underneath the heating element here and check the temperature. I have one of those laser temperature guides, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it heat up, and I'm going to check the temperature at the four corners and then in the middle, see how consistent it is, and see how accurate it is against what's on the display. Now I've gone ahead and set this up with a temperature and time. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and we'll wait for it to heat up. Okay, so this is very close to being at our temperature. And right on top here, you probably can't see it too well, but embossed on here it says do not touch hot surface. Okay, so just to show you, I don't know if you can see that. We look at different, as we get closer to the wire, we're looking at 128. Up here on front, it's about 110, 115, 120. So yeah, that's a hot surface that you don't want to touch. To swivel it, you have these plastic handles that aren't hot. You can also grab it by this handle to swivel it around. Yeah, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, so we're really close to our target temperature. Okay, you hear that click? A lot of the videos I watched, they said it clicks like that. I don't know why. Well, I do. The reason it clicks like that is it is turning the heating element on and off to maintain the temperature. I didn't let you see it, but during the whole time until it got about to 340, 345, it wasn't clicking like that. So that's what that's doing. That's what the clicking noise is about. Anyway, I'm going to go sit on the floor here, and I'm going to check, well, like I said, I'm going to check at our four corners, and then in the center, and see what we've got. Okay. Front corner. Woo, that's warm. That's 354, so that's real good. That's 356. That reads 339. 333. And then in the middle we have 379. Bit of a hot spot in the middle, so that's something to remember. But we're going to leave it for now. I'll see how this works out, and if I need to adjust my temperature to accommodate that hot spot. Okay, here we are, everybody. I got the heat press cooled off, turned around, and heated back up to 350 to our operating temperature. And I have here a flour sack towel. And I have a transfer that I'm going to be putting on it. This is my test. This is the first time I have ever done this. Okay? So we're going to swing this out of the way so I can place things down. And this is a cool thing about this particular press that not a lot of this type of model does. Some of the bigger ones, you know, clamshell ones and that do this. But I think this is like 28 by 28, so it's like almost a perfect square. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay that on there. And I'm going to take the Teflon sheet that came with it. I'm going to lay it down on top of it. We'll slide her back in. Bring her back to center. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press and get some of the moisture out and smooth that out. So I'm not going to leave it on for very long. Just a few seconds. I'm following what they said. Okay, we'll swing this back out of the way. Pull this out. That's not very smooth. Okay. I think I've seen him do it without the Teflon, so I'm going to try that. If this catches fire, that camera's going to go knocking over because it's in my way to get to the door, and I have to go out the door to get the fire extinguisher. But we're going to do the same thing. We'll bring it into position. We're going to lower it down. Not full pressure. I'm not locking it down. Just give it a few seconds. Now this is going to dry it out. It's going to also supposedly flatten it. I guess that's a little better than the areas around it. But now what I'm going to do is I want to center this. So one trick I learned from watching is that you fold it in half. Let's slide this out so I don't burn myself. You fold it in half, and then you press it again. And what that does go a little longer that time. Okay, what that does is it gives you a nice, crisp center line. Okay? So now I'm going to position my material. Come on. Gotta stand up to do this. Okay, I'm going to position my material on the bed. Okay. And this is my center line. It looks a little off center from the table here. Turn it around because that's the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to line this up with that center line. And the back of this is a little sticky, so it'll stay in place. And we'll put the Teflon sheet on. Push that under. Swing around. And now I'm going to put full pressure on it. I'm going to start my timer. Oh! I couldn't lift it. I was lifting the whole machine up. Okay, let's swing that out of the way. Oh! See, that's why I put the bumper on the wall. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, let's slide that out. You're supposed to peel this hot, as I understand. So we're going to see if how easily that's going to come off. And we'll take a look at it. That doesn't... I think I'm going to need to set the timer for a little more than 13 seconds. But we're going to do this again. I don't know why this swivels like that. We're going to press this down again, and we'll just go for another 13 seconds. Now it was sticking to the fabric, but it didn't look like it was pressed into the fabric very well, which is why I'm doing it again. Man, I might need to adjust that to lower the pressure so it's not quite so hard to undo. Oh yeah. Oh, see, I got a piece there that's not wanting to come off. I see why it swivels, because I didn't pull it all the way around, did I? Woo! If you could smell that. Okay, so now I got stuff. All right. There we go. Look at that. Whoop. Okay, I'm just going to squash that real quick. We'll let it cool off a little bit more. Because part of this right here was coming up. Everything else, even this fine stuff, was doing really great. Like I said, we'll let it cool off just a little bit. And let's pull and pull. All right, look at that. Just washed my hands and can't do a thing with them. There we go. My first. Did I get a hair underneath the... Jeez. That figures. I got a hair underneath the vinyl. Okay. Well, I'd call that a success. I think I need to make possibly some adjustments to my time. Make some adjustments to my time and my technique, but that will come. I will learn. There we go. Let me see if I can.